Some news coming in. A Delhi court is all set to give the quantum of punishment for Yasin Malik, Kashmiri separatist leader who's been convicted. The JKLF leader is being produced in court right now. These are pictures, in fact, on your screens of Yasin Malik. These are exclusive pictures, first and exclusive on India Today. Malik, remember, the man on your screens has been accused of killing Kashmiri Pandits and Indian security forces. He's earlier pleaded guilty. He says he's not contesting any of the charges that have been leveled against him and that he indeed is behind waging a war in Kashmir. Shreya Chatterjee is getting asked more details on that. Shreya, any time the quantum of punishment, it could be life or it could be a death penalty that could be pronounced any time from now by the NIA court against Malik.
Well, yes, absolutely, Sneha. He's already been produced in the NIA court, and any time from now, we will get a clarity on what the quantum of sentence is. As you rightly pointed out, it could either be life imprisonment or a death penalty. Remember, on May 10th, he had pleaded guilty for all the charges, including UAPA. This is a case that was filed by the NIA in 2017, a terror funding case where Yasin Malik, with the help of others, had actually fueled an atmosphere of terror in the Kashmir Valley following the death of, remember, terrorist Burhan Wani. Now, there were allegations and proof that the NIA has gathered that shell companies were created and then money was transferred from Pakistan and UAE for the likes of Hafiz Saeed. Remember, the shell companies were created by businessman Zahur Vatali, and there was a link that was established by the NIA that this money was transferred to Yasin Malik, who then pumped in this money in the Kashmir Valley. Remember, during that point of time, 89 cases of stone pelting was also registered in Kashmir Valley. This is a case of 2017, a terror funding case that he is being charged. He had pleaded guilty on May 10th, and right now the court is hearing. He's been produced, and any time from now, the quantum of punishment will be out. We will get to know what Yasin Malik's fate is, and it either could be death or life imprisonment.
You know, Shreya, even as we discuss this issue today, and the NIA court is going to pronounce the quantum of punishment for this man who's been convicted under the Stringent Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, we have Pakistan still batting for this man, wanting to take this issue up at international forums, seeking world intervention, saying that he's a political prisoner being ill-treated in India.
Well, when it comes to Pakistan, they will definitely try to shield their allies they had used to create an atmosphere of terror in the country. But right now, our agencies who had worked round the clock to crack the case has incriminating evidence against Yasin Malik, because this is a very serious case. Remember, Sneha, terror funding, nothing less, which was got in from Pakistan. Shell companies were created, then money was diverted through these shell companies into the valley to create an atmosphere of terror. Following 2016, remember, we saw how there was unrest in the valley. There were multiple cases of stone pelting that counted to the number of 89. There were killings that took place in the valley, and definitely in 2017, the case was registered by the NIA. They had established connections between Yasin Malik and how the money was transferred from the likes of Said Salahuddin, Hafiz Saeed. In the same case, we also saw many other leaders who were part of the Hurriyat, from the likes of Asiya Andrabi, who were also arrested in the same case. But today, if we talk about, it's about Yasin Malik. His quantum of sentence will be decided because he was the mastermind who was behind stitching the entire plot. He also got all the separatist leaders together on the side to create the atmosphere of terror in the valley following the death of Burhan Wani. Remember, and NIA finally got the evidence of the charges that were leveled against Yasin Malik, where he indeed did fuel in all the atmosphere in the valley. We remember the likes of Zahur Vatali, the businessman, who had actually pumped in the money, creating shell companies. The money had come from Pakistan, from UAE, and then it was used in Kashmir to finally create an atmosphere of terror. Stone peltings took place. There were killings in the valley, and NIA was successful in gathering all these evidences. They had produced the same before the court. And remember, that's also one of the reasons why we saw Yasin Malik himself plead plead guilty on May 10th, and then finally today the hearing is taking place where the judge will pronounce the quantum of sentence.
Shreya, also take us. Okay, we have in fact some news just coming in. We're going to be shifting focus to that in a bit. We're getting you all the details of Yasin Malik, the quantum of punishment to be pronounced by the NIA court today.